Hey, it's Ben here, and here in this video we're going to have a look at how we change the color of type or multiple type clips on the timeline in one go. And then we're also going to have a look at how we add this gradient to our type. So we're going to jump into a brand new timeline here. We have these 5 different type clips on here. We're just going to have a look at how we can change these different styles of basic title or animated title on the timeline in one go. And we'll talk about how we can do it, and we can kind of see them all here, or how we might do it on a larger timeline. So if we can see all our clips, then the easiest way to do this is just to drag a marquee around them all. So I'm just clicking here, left clicking and holding, dragging around all my titles, and then up in the inspector at the top right, if you don't see the inspector, just go to Window, Show in Workspace, and make sure you have the inspector checked. We can scroll down and we're going to go into Show the Face options here. Now in the face options, basically we can change the color of the type and drop down this menu, and we can see all those different colors there. Pick out the color that we want. We'll go for this nice magenta, and you can see that with all those selected, we've changed the type of all of those clips, those type clips in one go. So that's the first way that we can do this. Now, if we click on our box here, we can obviously pick out colors that we've set up or have in our swatches here. And then thinking about how we might do this on a bigger timeline where our titles are spread out across the whole timeline, we can actually use this index function to change multiple clips along a bigger timeline. So you can see here I've got my video clip, which is this clip, and then I've got my 5 different titles here. So I've got a few different styles of title. I've got drifting copy, sideways drift, basic title there a few times, and basically I want to be able to select all of those. So if I come here and type in title, you can see it's going to search through all of those, even though title's not in the name of those particular clips. So now with those selected, you can see my video clip is not selected. I can select one and then hold down Shift, which will select them all. Now the key here is that once we've got them selected, we need to jump back to the timeline, and you'll see that all highlight yellow once we jump back to the timeline. So whether we're on this kind of shortened timeline or editing the color of specific titles throughout an entire timeline, we can do this by selecting things in the index. And then we can do the same thing as we did before. We'll come up and show the face. We can change the color here and choose whichever color we want. So let's go for a nice green this time. So you can see basically any options that we have available in our text inspector, we can modify here. So we could add an outline. It will add it to all of these clips. We can show the options there, clicking the show button, make our outline width a bit bigger. Maybe we'll change the color as well. Let's pick out nice magenta there again. And then we can also add things like a drop shadow, and it's going to again add it to all those clips. You can see now here I have my opacity for my drop shadow ramped right up. It's using a black. I can increase the blur of it, and it's not really showing too much on this clip, but if we increase the opacity of the clip behind, we'll see with all those selected, you can see there that with that drop shadow turned on now, we get a little bit more of a pop, but we could also blur it out a bit more and also maybe increase the distance a bit, so we've got that drop shadow just popping out of the edges of our type there. And again, you can see if we just kind of move to all of these, we've changed the drop shadow and options there for all of those clips. So I'm just going to change my color of my outline back to white, and I'm going to change the color of my face here to a different color. We'll go for again a nice magenta. Now what I'm going to do now is have a look at how we add this kind of nice punchy gradient onto our type. So we can do this in a few different ways, but the way that I like to do it is by using the hue, saturation and lightness effect. It gives us the punchiest kind of color change that we can get, and then also a nice kind of punchy gradient. So I'm going to come across to my effects on the right hand side here. We will just type in hue, and we'll get our hue saturation options here. I'm going to drag this down to one clip here, and basically we're going to copy and paste this to our different clips. So once we've got our hue saturation effect on there, we're going to have to go to our video options, and it's in here that we can modify the angle of that hue, and you can see we can change the color there, we can increase the saturation, and we can also kind of change the value of that as well. So you can see with the hue modifying, because we don't have any color on that white outline, it's kind of leaving that relatively unchanged. So we've got our magenta. Let's go for a nice yellow to kind of complement that. So in order to get that gradient moving across there, we're going to come to our layer masks here. We'll add a shape mask. And essentially we can move this shape mask. Now if I click in the middle here, it's going to move my type. You can see it hovering over the type. So I'm just going to click in the red area here to move this. And we will expand that circle so we get a bit of a longer gradient across there. And we don't have the gradient on these other clips yet. But if we just do an edit and copy, and then select all the other clips, and then do edit and paste attributes, we can paste that hue saturation. It will keep that mask on there as well, that shape mask. And so when we paste that on now, you can see we have that gradient on there. Now if we want to change that gradient, we'd come to one of our clips, come to the same one, and modify this. So we'll modify the hue here. We'll just change it to a different color. Yeah, it's nice. We'll go for a nice blue there. So this time I'm going to copy this, and then before I paste it onto those other selected clips, I'm just going to go to edit and remove effects first, which is going to remove the previous gradient. So we can't paste another gradient on top of the existing gradient. It'll kind of double up and cause a strange effect. So now I can go to edit and paste attributes. We've got our new gradient with the blue, and then when we paste it on, you can see we've removed that one particular gradient. There's a couple different ways of doing that. We can go to edit and remove effects, or we can go to remove attributes. So remove attributes will be used if you had more than one effect added to your clip on the timeline. So here I can remove the hue saturation. Again, we go back to the flat magenta pink color, and then we can paste the attributes. So the remove effects and remove attributes will just allow you to have different levels of control over removing those elements from your clip. So you can see we get now that color with that nice gradient along there as well. We could add multiple gradients on top there as well by adding another hue saturation effect to that same clip. So this is a quick overview of how to work with multiple type clips on the timeline using the index and the title search option here to find the titles in that timeline. That's useful if you've got a nice long timeline. And then also looking at how we can modify things like adding a nice gradient to our clips and that type of thing in our edit timeline in Final Cut Pro. If you have any questions about this technique or other techniques in Final Cut Pro, then please do leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you on the next tutorial.